we are doing now is that we are speaking to buyers directly and taking them on visits on our own. So this is a new service which we put out about 6 months ago.
So are you charging for this or you're taking
it's totally
commission?
free
of charges.
It's totally free for the buyer.
Okay.
So buyers don't pay at all. There is a fee that we charge to the developers for every buyer who
What
lands
is it?
there, and it's not a commission.
Yeah.
Because
What is the fee
if it
for?
is it's a few thousand rupees if I may put it that way, but it's not a commission. So we don't operate on a commission or a brokerage kind of model. So it's a flat fee, and which also allows us to therefore stay unbiased. So we work with all the as many developers as we can in the market, and therefore we are able to fit the right kind of projects for a buyer on our platform.
So how many developers are there in?
So the site visit festival, which goes live 2 weeks from now,
Okay.
it's only in 2 cities, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
There are close to 100 developers participating.
Okay.
This product being given by some other competitors?
I think at this point of time, to the best of my knowledge, we are the only ones doing this.
Yeah, sure.
I think so.
So how would you like to capture this market? Since you're talking on monopoly, so how would you like to capture the market?
No, I didn't say monopoly. What I said is we are a leading player in the search and discovery platform. There are other competitors too. Having said which, look, about 50% of the people in the country who are searching for properties are searching on a platform. So we have a very, very large pool of property seekers out there. Right? So I think as this business scales, the site visit business itself should be quite enormous, because we are not looking for new buyers out there in the market. We are offering the service to the buyers who are already on the platform.
Okay.
And given that the platform has 1 million visitors every day, in fact more than that, right? We think the site visit business over a period of time will also end up with us doing tens of thousands of visits every month. Right? And so we'll build it gradually. We are in 4 cities today. In the next 6 months, we hope to get to 7 or 8 cities. So as we expand geographically, get more supply, I think the business will scale.
So,
Targeting 8.
We will get to 8, which is 4 plus 4. But we hope to take this eventually to maybe about 15-20 cities.
what is the timeline?
We should get to 8 within 6 months.
6 months. And how does this site visits contribute to your overall revenue?
It's small today. The reason is because we are in 2 cities. We have not got a footprint across the country. But at scale, if we do get to those 12-15 cities and we end up with tens of thousands of visits, it will contribute very, very meaningfully. Because see, I'll tell you what's happening here. If you see it from a buyer's perspective, there is search and discovery, there is site visits, and there is transactions. As the buyer goes from first phase to second phase to third phase, the decision becomes closer, the decision becomes more important. Likewise, if you see it from the seller's perspective, whether you see it from a developer or from a owner's perspective, a buyer at the site visit stage is far more valuable to him than a buyer at the search phase. Similarly, a buyer who reaches the transaction phase is even more valuable than a buyer who reaches the site visit phase. So I think it's a very valuable service. It's useful for the buyers.
Okay.
And it can also create a lot of value.
Getting the
Business
Bookings? We are-
getting the booking.
Yeah, we are not tracking bookings directly because, like I said, our revenue model is not commissions. So it's not linked to bookings happening. It's just on the basis of visits delivered. But we've done a dipstick because it's important to know finally how it's working out for a developer. The strike rate looks healthy based on the project we're talking about. There are projects where every 10th visit is resulting in a booking. There are projects
Every
where
10th visit.
and there are projects where it takes up to 25 visits to result in a booking. So based on the project, so we are in Bangalore, we are in Hyderabad, we are in Pune, we are in Bombay.
Okay.
We just started a few weeks ago in Chennai.
How do you cater to the tier 2 cities people? Is there a
We
plan?
have traffic on Magicbricks from 400 plus cities.
Okay.
So we have the audience, and we have listings also across 400 plus cities, right? So we don't think there's going to be a problem for us going into multiple more cities. I didn't get that.
What is your investment amount in the new?
How much have we invested?
Yeah.
That's a very tricky question. Okay, let me answer it this way. We are a private company, so some of this we get to keep to ourselves. But I think what we'll share is this: all these services are going to require substantial investments, right? So any new service you launch, there's no revenue. Revenues come after 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. There's a fair bit of investment. It's a few $1 million that we have sunk into all these new services that we're doing. I'll also share this with you. All of them have come from internal accruals, right? So the core platforms, the revenues that are being generated are supporting all of these new units that we bought ourselves.